Welcome back here on the Tim Miles Show as we continue to talk Colorado State athletics. We're going to take a break from men's basketball and talk some Colorado State women's volleyball. It's been the most consistent sports program here at Colorado State over the last decade and a half. Joined now by 14th year coach Tom Hilbert and Dana Cranston, who's just finished up her sophomore season. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Back-to-back Mountain West Conference champions. Another trip to the NC2A tournament. You win a game in the tournament again this year. Ho-hum. You do this each and every year, Tom.
Yeah, but it's not ho-hum. I mean, I do have an appreciation for it every year. And we're doing it, you know, you do it with different players, and every team has a little bit different makeup and personality. So it never gets ho-hum for me. No,
absolutely not. And, you know, sometimes the easiest thing to do is kind of get to that level where you're going to the tournament. The hardest thing to do, and wouldn't you agree, is to maintain that level of excellence.
It's very difficult because, you know, you as a program, you can get a little bit too used to winning. You need a little bit of hunger every once in a while. You need a little bit of shake up every once in a while to sort of move you along. And, you know, we also, every year, it's a challenge to win the games early in the year to put us in position to get the kind of seed so that we can have a long, you know, trip in the NCAA tournament too. That also is very important. So there's a whole lot of things involved.
Yep, the volleyball is kind of like basketball in the respect you want to schedule tough in the non-conference and then do well in the always tough Mountain West Conference. Dana, how about the season? You're a sophomore, so you've been here now a couple of years. Did the season go as you expected it to?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that going into the season, it was going to be hard. I mean, we lost Caitlin Batten and Tessa Nelson and Shanna, and that's two positions that we had to fill, and I think we did it well, and we knew, I mean, every year it's a new challenge, and we know that we have to work hard, and like Tom said, it's early in the year that you have to work hard and then continue working hard throughout the year, so we're happy with how the season went. We worked, and that's how it turned out, I guess.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the year. And how about early in the season? Tom talked about bringing in good teams. Duke came in here, and you set the attendance record. It was a whiteout. What was the atmosphere like?
Oh, that was so unreal. Yeah, that was so cool. We were just so thankful that many people care about our program here, and we're so lucky, especially like now with basketball. They've set so many attendance records and all this stuff, and we're just so lucky to have to play in a city like this, to play in a gym like this where those things are possible.
Yeah, the fan support CSU women's volleyball. I had to be gratifying to you to look up that night and see what you saw.
Yeah, it was great, and I don't look up and take it all in as often as I should. Yeah. But in that match, I remember walking back to some of our bench players and looking up and going, I can hardly see any empty seats. This is probably an attendance record. And about 5 minutes later, they announce it as an attendance record. Yeah. And that's been something that I've wanted to do here for a long time, because the record before that was set back in 1987. And so, you know, hopefully maybe we'll do it again, you know, set another one.
You go up to north of the border to get Dana here. You've had a lot of success going up north of the border, haven't you?
I have. I've had some great Canadian players, and you know, they're salt of the earth people. You know, most of the ones we've had have been from rural areas too, like Dana is from, and you know, I like to go up and, you know, dodge a few moose every once in a while.
Didn't you have to ride a moose to get out to her
You do. You have to park your car and ride a moose up this mountain to get to her house. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about coming from, again, British Columbia down here, and maybe how much of an influence that Tom has and Coach Hilbert has had success with Canadian players down here.
For me, I guess, coming from such a small town to a bigger town like Fort Collins, it was just really cool. I mean, coming into a city where there's so many things to do rather than ride your moose around. I absolutely love it here, and it was really a big decision for me to come down here, and I absolutely love it. And having the tradition of Canadians in the program definitely is a drawing factor for Canadians to come here, because I was able to talk to Tanya and ask her how everything was going, how she liked it, how it worked, and yeah, it was really easy.
Yeah. Tom, let's look ahead, and you lose Jackie Davidson, who was kind of that heart and soul of your team. You lose a killer on the outside like Danielle Minch. You need kids to step up now. Yeah. You've always had that, and I know Dana is one of those players you're looking upon to do that.
We certainly are, and you know, we will have lost 4 starters, and not just 4 starters, but 4 of the skill positions, both outside hitters, a libero, and setter. So Dana will be moving into what we call our 0-2 position, which is where Jackie Davison played. And it's a critical position because you have to play 6 rotations, you touch so many balls, and not only do you have to have an offensive role in killing the ball, but you've got to be a great ball handler. And I think the other thing that Dana will provide is she is a very spirited player and a very good leader. And with Jackie stepping down, we need a void filled there.
Yeah. Dan, are you looking forward to that increased role and becoming one of those leaders, both vocally and on the court with your performance?
I absolutely can't wait. I mean, the last 2 years I've been able to contribute in all the ways that I can, and I loved it, and I'm just ready in my career, I feel like, to step up and take on that challenge and, you know, like, make all the girls around me better, and we can do it together, and it'll be good.
All right, now the season, of course, is on hiatus until next fall, but that doesn't mean you guys still aren't working out and practicing. In fact, you're gonna be playing coming up here in April. Chinese team is coming in. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, just so people know, our off-season program starts right after Christmas, and we practice a little bit, and then after spring break we start practicing full-time for 6 weeks, and we get 4 competitions. Well, this year, one of the competitions, the last one, is going to be a Chinese club team called Tianjin, who's very good, and they're coming through playing Nebraska, Illinois, and decide to stop and play us here at CSU. So we're excited about that. It's April 26th.
April 26th will be right here at Moby Arena. It'd be a great test for your team. Tom, congratulations on the continued success. Best of luck against the Chinese team, and Dana, looking forward to seeing you play next year.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Dana Cranston and head coach Tom Hilbert as we talk a little Colorado State volleyball. We'll take a timeout. We'll bring Tim Miles back in to close out the show. Stay with us.
He's got help with him. The pass to Franklin, and he gets the 2 unselfish plays.